Hey guys, we have Chris, Vic, and Jashwan coming at you again. We are standing in front of our super high-tech hidden. You like how we obfuscated the generator here? I'm sorry we have to do that, but you know, we're so close to the end, we can't have another company taking what we're doing and with better resources, better funding, beating us to the finish line. So in an effort to protect our investors, our company interests, we are kind of obfuscating the things that need to be obfuscated, the things that need to be hidden. So we told you we will always show you everything we can, all the details, the good, the bad, but we're not going to share the secret sauce that we need to get to the finish line. The point when we're in production, then you guys can see how this is all done because we'll already be in production by then. All right, so you guys have been working on this for the past week, putting it together. Have you had any problems getting it together?
I got some issues because when I was connecting the wires, it gave me a hard time because some of the coils are damaged. So I took the help of Dallas to rebuild the coils and I connected again.
Okay, so when we're winding these coils, if just like anything that you do, when you bend wire back and forth too many times, it breaks. So just like with any high quality wire, it only holds up to so much abuse. And when you bend it back and forth too many times, it can snap, which is what happened in this case. So we had to wind a few more coils as Jashwan was doing the soldering and learning how to do it, but he was checking, you were checking the ohmage on everything.
All the coils are perfectly balanced.
Yep.
So we are ready to rock and roll for our...
You're confident that we're ready to cast?
Yep.
All right, so guys, everything under here is soldered up and ready to go. Our connections are all complete. We have a few more things. We're going to put some heat shrink on, but I think come next week, as soon as Jeremy's done with one or two pieces that we're machining, we're going to start doing the very first casting of our simplified axial flux generator. So I explained to these guys that this version is not our patented version of our axial flux generator. It's just a simple version with a static air gap in here, but it should perform heads and tails better than anything else we've tested. I don't think I've shown you guys all the myriad of generators that we went through and looked at.
Not yet, no.
Not yet.
We've got like 12 of them on the shelf over there rotting away because they were all crap. For what we needed, for what we were after, incredibly low RPM ranges, they didn't perform anywhere near what we needed.
Hopefully this will be the golden one.
This will work.
I think this will.
Best.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the answer. So everything in the video last week that we did on the test rig says that what we should get here should be exactly in the range that we're hoping for. So this is step one. The power goes into, well, really the turbine is step one that makes the power. The shaft delivers the power down to the generator. The generator turns that into AC electricity. We send that to our charge controller then, which sends the power into your battery bank. So as a customer of Harmony and any small wind turbine system, you're making power out at the pole, out at the turbine, sending the power back in to where you're putting it into a battery bank or using it in your home. We're looking to bring all that together into a simplified system, keep the components to a bare minimum, and give you a quality product in the end that gives you a high return on your investment. So we're super excited to test this generator. I'm going to be on the edge of my seat next week as we see this guy coming out of the mold and then finish it off, see how it performs. It's going to be a pretty exciting time to put it in the generator. So why don't we go to the back? We'll hit pause on the video and we'll just show the housing that this is going into so you guys can see where that ended up. All right, guys, so we're over here at our station where we would do the assembly. So we would quite literally 3D print our bobbin cores on our 3D printer. We would wind them on our winding station, and then we could start mounting them and finally pour the mold to get our resin core with all of our stator coils embedded. The generator, Jeremy just knocked these parts out in like 2 days. So we have our upper and lower platters of our generator. We're not going to turn this sideways to show you the exact way it was built, but this is one of our rotor plates here. Again, more of having to keep things a little bit, quiet, how we're doing the secret stuff. But in the interest of making sure that we can be the first to market with this technology, even though it's a simplified axial flux generator, there's a lot of companies out there that aren't doing this correctly or aren't doing it at all, don't know how to do it. For whatever reason, the industry has failed all these years because no one's come out with a product that's done correctly from the ground up. That's what we're trying to do. What is it called? First principles, where you kind of go back to the basics. You build it up from the ground up. You figure out what's wrong with the current technology. You throw away what's wrong and you build up from what's right. So that's what we're doing here, guys. We're taking a whole brand new look at this, throwing away anything that wasn't working before, building it up from the ground up to make a product that's going to work correctly. So this is super exciting. I can't wait to see how this goes together next week and how it performs. So we're going to be able to bench test this like well before we ever mount it in the turbine. We'll be able to hook it up to a drill press or even a hand drill. You'll be able to spin this by hand even, you know, just sitting there spinning it, and probably get it up to 60 RPM just with your hands. That's the really cool part about this. We'll be able to see this producing the power that we need to see with our very low RPM, high torque turbines that we're making. So that's it pretty much in a nutshell. At this point, you know, it's just a matter of finishing off a few more parts on the CNC, and then we can put this baby together.
Getting it to work, right?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. All right, guys, I think that's it. Thank you to all of our investors, our followers, our supporters. Thank you for everyone out there who's making this journey possible. You guys make this possible. Without you, we wouldn't be here. So we, in turn, are trying to do our best to give you a quality product in the end. Hopefully, one of the best small wind turbine units that's ever been put out on the market. So that's the hope, that's our goal, and that's everything we're doing every day to get to that end. Chris, Vic, and Jeshwan from Harmony Turbines. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Harmony Turbines. We now have the power to change the world.